Hello everyone, I'm Mel.
And I'm Krista. We're from Vivid Photos, and this is
Just the Tips. So today we have Jeff Allencaster from Creative Concepts with Jeff.
Thanks. Hi guys.
So Jeff, how long have you been doing floral design and how did you get your start?
I've been doing it about 10 years now, and it happened really organically actually. I did a lot of work as an event planner myself, and I never had budgets to work with visuals and creating floral centerpieces and whatnot. So really it started off as that. I started making them myself for my own events, and then just through the network of event coordinators and organizers that I worked with, I started doing small events for them, and then I did friends and family weddings, and it really just blossomed from there. Word of mouth, really. Yeah, very Hawaii.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Jeff, what is your favorite part about being a floral designer?
Besides working with such amazing products and flowers literally from all over the world, I don't think people realize that flowers are literally shipped in from the entire planet. They are coming from everywhere to this little rock in the middle of the ocean, and just being able to get my hands on, really unique items and create designs with them. That is definitely a fun part of it. And then the other part is just, I'm such a visual person, so I get really excited about the concept of a space, and then also just applying layers of design into that. What's the lighting gonna be like? What are the linens like? And then, the flowers are really the icing on the cake in terms of it's the last layer to be placed down at an event. And I really enjoy thinking about the concept as a whole versus just centerpiece.
Yeah.
It's not just flowers. It's really that last layer that just brings your entire event to life.
Yeah, totally.
And like for us too, like when we show up in the ballroom or in the ceremony, a lot of times it's already done and we're just like, wow, this looks so amazing all together. But it's like, you don't even really think about like this, and then you look at this and like, oh, this is gonna look awesome if there's this, and like the whole coming into fruition, like.
Exactly, and people don't realize that. I tend to over ask questions, especially whenever I'm doing a consultation with somebody. One of the comments I always get is, why are you asking so many questions? Because, I want to know what the table shapes are. Are they rounds? Are they banquets? What are your linen colors? What's the entire feeling gonna be like? So that when I'm designing the florals, I can really take that all in and then produce a piece that really reflects that ambiance that you're going for.
That totally makes sense, and it's nice that you look at the whole picture and your piece is bringing everything together.
Yeah, exactly. It really ties everything together. It's that pop that just finishes everything. And when the lights go down and the uplighting comes up, it comes alive.
So besides just the florals, what else does your company provide?
Yeah, so basically, we do full service floral design, everything from concept, design, setup, but on top of that, we also provide specialty rentals. So things that go on your tabletop. So everything that will supplement your floral design and supplement, complement, those added pops, votives, pillar candles, for the ceremony, different arches. We like to, arches are really fun. And
yeah, that's a big thing now.
Yes, exactly. Different types of arches. That's definitely a trend. And I have a few different ones in my inventory, and we're always excited to talk to folks about custom building new pieces, because I also do that too. If people have unique requests, we get excited about that and try to find a way that we can actually take that on and make it happen. So things like votives, candles. My main sort of motto with floral, especially with budget, is focusing in on specific pieces that are going to be very heavily photographed. Definitely your bouquet, of course, and your ceremony site. Those are the two most heavily photographed and videoed parts of your wedding, and that's what you're gonna print and frame and put in your house. So that's where we wanna focus, you know, the really wow factor of floral design.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's something, like you said, you know, sometimes just having like a couple like really statement pieces.
Yes, exactly.
And, you know, obviously if we're like, oh my God, that looks amazing, like we're gonna take more photos of whatever that is. And then, you know, focus probably less on other things. So it, yeah, totally makes sense.
You can also always, you know, talk to your floral designer, talk to us about when we do a statement piece, especially on a ceremony arch. A lot of the times that is a piece that we can then repurpose into the reception. If you're doing a sweetheart table, if you're doing a traditional banquet head table, we will work with you depending on what your layout is so that we can come up with proposals or ideas that really make the most use of your budget, and at the end of the day, it gives me the most flowers to work with. You know, I am always trying to order the most I can in terms of flower product and not have to waste budget on hard goods, you know, like glassware, wood, you know, pieces that you need just to assemble. You know, we want to buy as many flowers as we can, obviously, because that's what we have fun working with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So along with that too, do you ever they like different substitutes of flowers? Like let's say someone is like, oh my gosh, I really want like 1 billion Phalaenopsis orchids, but then they don't have the Phalaenopsis orchid budget.
Yes. Yeah, it happens a lot. But you know, we work with budgets of all ranges, really. I try to think of things as not specific flower types, but more of a general look or feel that you're trying to achieve, because there's substitutes for everything. You know, if you can't work with Phalaenopsis orchids, but the concept is, you know, clean, modern, white, well, an alternative approach would be doing hydrangea designs, accented with orchids. You know, so you can kind of blend different designs together to get the same look and feel you want, but not necessarily just destroy your budget by ordering, you know, only one type of flower. You know, the other thing is flowers out of season. You know, I think that's one of the things that you definitely have to ask your florist if you have a specific flower that you would like to work with. You know, talk to your florist first. If you're gonna be doing a peony wedding, well, don't get married in January or February. You know, you wait till May through June when they're in the peak of their season, you know?
Yeah, and it's definitely good that, you know, you're willing to kind of like work with them. And, you know, since a lot of couples, I think, have this set idea of like, oh, I have to have this thing that looks like it's on Pinterest, right? But then, you know, it's kind of like all of our jobs, right, to help and kind of cultivate and create a very similar type of look, but not necessarily exactly the same. How do you choose the flowers that go into like a bouquet or a centerpiece?
Yeah, I think that goes back to the end goal of the design. Is it wispy? Is it airy? Is it clean and modern? You know, obviously color. How much texture do you want? Size as well. If you're a bride that's 5'1", I probably wouldn't use full-blown hydrangeas to do a bouquet because by the time you put them all in, you've got a massive 12-inch, you know, bouquet that covers up a lot of the detail in your dress. So yeah, just thinking about what's the ultimate end vision, and then thinking about what flower types and varieties that are available and in season fit that look.
That's really awesome that you have knowledge on that and you think ahead that this is like a really little bride, let's not do something so overpowering for her.
Yeah, and I always like to see a photo of the dress that they'll be wearing as well, because if there's a ton of beading and detail in the dress, sometimes it's really nice to just go with a simple bouquet so it doesn't take away from the dress. You know, that's another part of budget. You know, a lot of brides spend a lot of money on an amazing wedding dress. Why are you going to cover it all up with a giant bouquet? You know, you don't want to walk down the aisle with a hedge.
Do you ever incorporate other things into the bouquet that are not like live flowers?
Yes, branches, feathers. Yeah, I've even used cotton on the branch, basically from the cotton plant. So
really
yeah, different things that have really cool textures that they're always fun to mix in. It just creates a really dynamic bouquet that's just different, really unique.
So do you have any other tips or advice to help couples achieve their overall wedding design vision?
Like I said before, tell your florist, talk to them about the tent you're choosing, the tables you're choosing. Are they rounds? Are they banquets? Is it a white top or a clear top? The clear top tents are so trendy, but ultimately at the end of the day, they are your flower's worst nightmare. You know, in terms of setup time, when we arrive on site and start setting up, a clear top collects so much heat that if somebody has a clear top tent, you know, and it's a warm day, which we have many of in Hawaii, you know, you don't want to use flowers that are very sensitive to heat. Hydrangeas never do well under a clear top tent. So just talking to us about what your vision is and all those other details of the event that are really like the base pieces that we're layering on too, that's gonna allow, you know, us as florists guide you to the best flowers to work with and the best design in that space.
Thank you so very much, Jeff, for coming and talking with us today. If you would like to hire Jeff or just learn more about his company or anything, like we'll have all of his contact information and links in the description below.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Girls.
So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and learned, like it, comment something that you learned down below, and subscribe for more wedding tips.
I'm Mel.
And I'm Krista.
I'm Jeff.
And this is
Just the Tips.